Hi, I'm Adam Williamson, Discipline Officer here at Northumberland FA, and I'm going to run through the procedures for a personal hearing. Whenever a club or an individual are formally charged with misconduct, those charges have to be heard by a trained commission panel. It's usually a panel of 3 consisting of 2 wing members and 1 commission chair. Misconduct can range from anything from assault on a match official, alleged accounts of racism or discrimination, foul or abusive language towards a referee, or any form of improper conduct at a match that is not dealt with appropriately by the match official. When you or your club receive the formal notification that you have been charged with misconduct, you have 4 options to choose from for how you wish to proceed. You can either accept the charge, which is basically saying that you're guilty, and request for the case to be heard in your absence, or you can come in to put forward a verbal plea in mitigation to try and get a lenient sanction. On the flip side, you can plead not guilty to the charge and come in to put forward your case verbally at a personal hearing where we'll get the verbal testimony of the referee and any other witnesses, both for the charge and in your defence. On the flip side of that as well, you can plead not guilty and have the case dealt with in your absence. So you've chosen to attend a personal hearing or put forward a personal plea for leniency. Fantastic. They will usually take place at our County FA office at Whitley Park. You'll be greeted upon arrival by the hearing secretary, which about 99% of the time will be the discipline officer, myself. I will greet you and I'll take you upstairs to a waiting room before the hearing begins. As the hearing secretary, I have no vote or no say in how the panel deliberate or what sanction or decision they might come to. My job is to guide them throughout and make sure that they are compliant at all times with FA rules and regulations, and to make sure that we're all in the right place at the right time in a safe and accommodating environment. So your hearing's about to begin. The panel of 3 will be sat here across the table with the chair in the middle. You will be sat over here, furthest away from the door, around about here, this chair or that chair, and your hearing will begin. First of all, we'll hear evidence in support of the charge. So that could be from the match referee or from any witnesses who are saying that you are guilty of this charge. They will come through the door and usually be sat closest towards the door. We'll hear all written or verbal testimony from these individuals before you get to put your case across to the panel. Throughout the testimony of those in support of the charge, the panel can put questions to these individuals, and you can also put your questions towards these individuals as well. So we've heard the testimony of everyone in support of the charge. Now it is your time, your opportunity to put forward your case in front of the panel. You'll get to call your own witnesses and put forward your own written and verbal testimony in your own support to the discipline panel. Once that's concluded, the panel will ask you to summarise your case, and then you'll leave the hearing room whilst the panel deliberate on their decision on whether to find the charge proven or not proven on the balance of probability. That is the standard of liability that our panels work with. Not beyond all reasonable doubt, the balance of probability. Did you probably do what you are alleged to have done? So the panel will deliberate whilst you've left the room back to a holding room, and then once it is time to reveal the results, the secretary myself will come and get you and place you in front of the panel. I will read the panel's results. If the case is found not proven, then fantastic, nothing more, we can all go home. If the case is found proven, however, the panel will need to impose some sort of sanction. They will give you the opportunity to put forward a plea for leniency when it comes to that sanction. You'll then leave the room whilst the panel will then deliberate on what type of sanction to impose. The sanction they impose will be down to what is on the FA sanctions guidelines sheet that they will be finished with before the hearing begins. If the case is found proven and you are not happy with the sanction that has been imposed, then you do have the right to appeal, and this would go straight to the National FA. Details of the appeal will be furnished in writing by myself to yourself or to your club secretary following the hearing with the written notification of the result of the hearing. You can appeal on the grounds that you feel you have not had a fair hearing, that the panel or the FA have misinterpreted the rules and regulations of the FA, that you feel the decision the panel have come to was unreasonable, or you feel that the sanction they have imposed was overly excessive. You might be saying now, however, but what if I pleaded guilty and wanted to come in to put forward a verbal plea in mitigation? That's fine. The procedures are more or less the same. We just would not call witnesses in support of the charge. The hearing will be for you to just put your case in front of the panel to say this is why the sanction you impose should be a lenient one. It is mitigating circumstances that you're putting across, and you do have the opportunity to call character witnesses for that. The panel will obviously impose a sanction because the plea has been accepted, and you'll be notified of that in writing. Obviously, with the current predicament we all find ourselves in with the pandemic, it's not currently safe for us to continue to do personal hearings here at Whitley Park. But that doesn't mean we can't stop doing hearings full stop. We are adopting WebEx and Microsoft Teams to continue to do hearings virtually. The principles I've just gone through are more or less the same. You'll just receive a link before the hearing to access the hearing, and it'll all be done virtually online over a computer, tablet or smartphone. Thanks for listening, and if you need any more guidance on personal hearings, then please get in touch with us at Northumberland FA.